and welcome to today's video. Now this is my 2014 favourites video. Now I did a December favourites video and then I thought I'd do a yearly roundup for you guys, of course, but I'm afraid I haven't got it up sooner, but I have been away skiing, so apologies for that. I could spend all day apologising, but I have so many products to get through, so I better get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with, let's do hair. Let's mix it up a little bit. Okay, so hair, the stuff that I've been absolutely loving. So I'm going to go for a shampoo first of all. Now obviously I colour my hair, so I need something that's going to be super good for coloured hair and not going to strip all of the colour out of it and the goodness out of it. This is by System Professional, which is a Weller brand, and this is their Colour Saver shampoo, and I just absolutely am obsessed with it. You can see by the size of the bottle I use a lot of this, and I just find that it really nourishes, hydrates, all the rest of it in my hair, but it keeps the colour, so it keeps it looking glossy and lovely and clean, but it doesn't strip that colour away, which is super good for me. Then as a follow-up, as a conditioner, I find actually what I'm using a lot now, my favourite of all time, has been this by SP again, and this is their Keratin Restore Mask. So this is the Luxe oil range. It is amazing, it smells incredible, and it just leaves your hair feeling, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how soft, how beautiful and glossy this actually makes you feel. So just leave on for a couple of minutes to like 5 minutes and you would just be loving life. So that is incredible. Okay, then anything else for my hair? Yeah, I do have a couple of other bits. I've got them all spread out everywhere, so apologies, I might miss something. Okay, so it's really important to obviously keep your hair protected at all times from heat. So this is by Sebastian, and this is their Trilliant spray. Now this I am absolutely obsessed with. It's just basically to help protect against heat, but also keep a nice shine as well to your hair, because a lot of the time when you're putting heat on, it can draw all that shine out. Then as moisturisers, oh my gosh, where would my life be without Elemis? Now I know it is very expensive, it is a lot more expensive than some brands, but trust me, it is worth it. So as a day cream, I use this, which is the Hydra-Boost day cream. And this, especially during the winter, has been amazing because it's especially kind of for dry skin. But if you're just feeling like you're a little bit dehydrated, then this is just incredible. But it's not too thick either, it doesn't annoy you, so that's amazing. And then for the night time, I do use this. Now this is a travel size one, and I've come to the end of it now. I really need to get some more. But this is their Pro-Collagen Marine Cream, and this is an anti-aging cream as well. But it is the most amazing moisturiser I can ever tell you will ever use in your life. It's just so beautiful. It's a lot thicker than the daytime one, but it's just so moisturising and nourishing. It's amazing for your skin and does wonders, so that's great. As a toner, I have been obsessed with this by Todd. Now this is their blue-green algae antibacterial toner, and I just find this really helps when I'm breaking out with spots and that sort of thing, and just generally keeping my skin really clean. So I am just loving that so much. I love Todd, they're really cool. I've just started to get into their products recently, so I really like them. This is by Soap and Glory and is their Fab Pore Hot Cloth Cleanser. I love it so much. There's nothing like putting this all over your face and then just kind of wiping away all of that makeup and crap that goes on your face during the day. Even if you don't wear makeup, you still get your pores clogged every single day. So this is so nice just to use with like a hot muslin cloth or I don't know, like a flannel or whatever, so that's amazing. Then also to get rid of makeup, I have actually been loving this. This is their Real Remover, and it's by Benefit, and this was originally designed to get rid of their mascara and their eyeliner because they are super long wearing, which you will see later in my video. But this is just actually incredible for any kind of makeup remover. It's not greasy, it's almost like a cream, so I absolutely love it because I really don't like greasy ones. So this has been incredible, and it gets rid of anything, even like waterproof stuff, so that's really good. Talking too fast, can't keep up with myself. So then let's go on to a mask. Now I'm obsessed with face masks, and my most favourite one that I've found of all time is this by Sanctuary, and this is their 5-minute thermal detox mask. This is like a warming charcoal mask, so when you put it on, it does get hot. Don't worry, you won't be on fire, you won't come out in a rash, well you shouldn't do anyway, check your skin obviously first, do like a little tester patch, but it will heat up, so it will feel really relaxing and calming. Get some whale music on, some spa music, cucumbers on the eyes, you'll be living the dream. And this is just really like, it gets really deep into the pores, so it just drags everything out when you wash it off. Amazing. As a moisturiser for my body, obviously you guys know this has got to be in there, the Satsuma range. This is by The Body Shop. I've been obsessed with this all year. I think I spoke to you guys about it so much last year that you know how much I love this. I don't really need to say much other than it hydrates my skin amazingly and it smells of oranges. Who does not love that? So then let's move on to nails. Okay, so nails, what I've been absolutely loving are these two colours especially. During the summer I was obsessed with this. Now this is my Jelly High Shine by Barry M, and this is in Damson, and this is like a really lovely kind of blue colour, and I was just wearing it to the death during the summer. You guys kept asking me what I was wearing and that's what it was. Love it because it's really jelly and as it says, and it's not streaky, it's really quite thick, so it's lovely. And then also as another kind of end of the spectrum, a slightly more expensive alternative. This was actually free in a magazine, but just to give you an idea, this is Nails Inc and this is their London Glamour Wigmore Street. So this was actually free in, I think it was Glamour magazine, and this is in Wigmore Street, but it's just an idea of the colour that I absolutely love. Now Nails Inc have recently brought out their Gel Effect range, which I am absolutely obsessed with, and you guys will have seen in my last video I did put a couple of those in that I got for Christmas and I've been loving them. I've got them on my nails, well, one of them on my nails at the moment, so love those. That's a cheaper and a more expensive alternative for you, but similar in kind of how they come out, so that's always good to know. Okay, then makeup wise, I've got so much makeup, so I'm going to go through this super fast. I feel like I'm just talking at you, so I'm really sorry for this video. It's probably going to be really long, but it's always interesting to see what people love. So, okay, primers. I love primers, obviously. They're really important to use. This is a cheaper version. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Moisture Blur, and this is basically it's like a moisturiser, so you can use it after you've cleansed and toned, but it also primes as well. It really does like work to blur the pores, and then your makeup goes on so smoothly afterwards. It just looks flawless. That's incredible, and it's not too sticky or annoying or greasy. Love it. And then the slightly more expensive version, this is Elemis, or a more expensive version, and this is their matte primer. Now this one you have to put on very, very quickly because it does dry a lot quicker. It almost goes into, it's like it goes on like a moisturiser, but it just goes quite like sticky almost, but you can't feel it because then it dries obviously afterwards, but you just have to rub it in a lot quicker. I've just found the staying power of this to be absolutely incredible as well. My makeup really does stick to my face. Love it without it feeling really frustrating. Okay, then let's go on to concealers. So a more expensive version which I'm absolutely obsessed with and I have got on today. This is by Bobbi Brown. It is my corrector in light to medium bisque. Now I have used this so much that it actually has a massive hole in it. So this is amazing for me because I use it underneath my eyes to get rid of dark circles, tiredness, like puffiness, that sort of thing, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Because it's got a slightly like pink kind of tone to it, then I do actually put a slightly cheaper alternative on the top as well. Now this is by, you can't actually tell, but this is by Rimmel because it's actually come off quite a lot, and it's their Wake Me Up concealer. Now this is a cheaper alternative as well, but also, as I say, I do put it on top of the corrector, but I love it just as a general concealer too. Now this basically you just pop underneath your eyes or on your spots, and then you just kind of just dab it on and go over with a concealer brush, and I just find that it really gives a lovely kind of look, and it doesn't make me look tired, it doesn't make me look, you know, awful, and I really like it because it's not too greasy as well. It's got great coverage, so love that. Okay, then moving on to some foundation. Blah. Okay, so the more expensive one that I'm absolutely loving and I've got on my face at the moment is by MAC, and this is their Studio Fix fluid. This has actually got SPF 15 in it, and I like it because it's actually got some sort of sun protective factor. You need it all the time, even when it's really cold and windy. It's also got a little bit manky, so never mind. This actually isn't too high coverage, but it is just enough for me. Some people will find this a lot of coverage and it just looks absolutely incredible. It just looks like flawless. For me, there are more higher coverage ones that you can get, like Estee Lauder Double Wear and stuff like that, but this gives similar coverage, I'd say, but it doesn't feel as heavy. That's what I mean. So it's just a really nice foundation. Absolutely love that, especially for the evenings. If I want a bit more less coverage and a cheaper alternative, obviously, but still just as good, sorry, that was in NW20, by the way, that colour. This one is actually by Fit Me, by by Maybelline. It's their Fit Me range, and this is number 125. Now this is an amazing drugstore foundation. There are a million out there, but I've just found this one to be really, really good. I like its staying power. The only thing is, obviously, it's a lot lighter coverage and you can't really touch your face that much. It doesn't really stay in place as well, but obviously that's what you'd expect from a cheaper foundation. But for coverage and that sort of thing, you know, for a drugstore foundation and for, you know, wearability and also for the colour, I absolutely love it, and it just makes me so happy on a day where I don't really want full coverage. Then where should we go next? Let's go on to a bit of bronzer. Okay, so I've got two different types of bronzer. One I use for an all-over colour. This is by NARS, and this is my go-to bronzer. I've been using it for years. This is the Laguna bronzer, and I really like it because it's got the tiniest little bit of shimmer in there, but it's mainly matte, and that's what I want from a bronzer. I also want it to be brown, not orange, and I just absolutely love this. As you can see from the amount that I've used it, I'm going to need a new one soon. Just in love with that so much. But then also as a contouring bronzer, so stuff to use on my cheekbones and that sort of thing, I use this by Bobbi Brown, and this is the Golden Light bronzer. Now again, I'm absolutely obsessed with this. It's just incredible, and I just use it as a slightly, it's not as harsh a tone as the Laguna one. That's why I use a different one. It's a bit more soft, and it's just really good at contouring. Absolutely incredible, and will last you freaking ages, so you don't need to worry about getting another one. For my cheeks, I actually use a mixture. So of course, where would life be without a MAC blush? This is mine. I absolutely love it. This is by it's called Ambering Rose, sorry, and it's just a really lovely, it's kind of like a halfway between like a red and a bronze, so it's like a rosy bronze sort of colour. It's got really nice shimmer in there, and it's just a beautiful colour, especially for the winter. I'm absolutely obsessed. And then this, I'm not actually going to open it up. I'm going to open it up on a cutaway for you guys because I have totally dropped it and it's smashed everywhere and I'm gutted. But this is by NARS, and it's their Orgasm blusher. I will continue to use this even though it's smashed into smithereens because it's such an amazing colour. The pigment in this bronzer is just absolutely incredible, and I actually mix a little bit of the two together, this and the MAC, create a really lovely colour, so I love that so much. And then also NARS do an amazing highlighter, and this is another one that I've been obsessed with. It's their Albatross one, and I use this just underneath sort of my eyes here, along my teeth, but basically wherever, anywhere the sun hits, like your Cupid's bow, that sort of thing. It's not too harsh, even though it does look like, oh my god, that's just going to come out as white. If you just use a tiny little bit, it's beautiful. Almost looks just really nice and like sun-kissed. This is by Charlotte Tilbury, but I've harped on about this year, last year, and you guys will just know how much I'm obsessed with it. This is the Dolce Vita palette, and I just absolutely love it. You can see from the holes, and especially these two, how much I love it. So you've got a real shimmer sort of colour for like the corners of your eyes. You've got a bronzy gold kind of colour there, and then almost like a red and a brown that I kind of mix in together and just do the smoky eyes there on the corners, and it just looks absolutely amazing. I get so many comments on this palette. Everyone's like, what have you got on your eyes? That's what it is. Absolutely incredible. Okay, we're getting there. Let's go to liners. Now, these are a couple of high-end ones, but the first one is by MAC, and this is just a really good kohl eyeliner, so just your basic eyeliner, and this is in Smolder, so it's just a black eyeliner. Really nice, really kind of versatile. You can use it to kind of smoke it out a little bit, and it just creates a lovely look, especially for a smoky eye. I absolutely love that. I'm wearing that at the moment on my lower lash line, and then on my topper lash line, I've just made up a new word, upper lash line, of course it had to be Benefit, their real liner. Now this is like a gel liner, and all you have to do is just kind of twist the bottom of it, and then the product comes out of the top. This has changed my life because and it sounds ridiculous, but I, like many of you out there, many other people out there, could not do a flick with the end of an eyeliner. It looked like a squiggle. It looked horrific. And so this, with its really precise end, really makes it so easy to do a flick, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The staying power of it is insane as well. And then sticking with the Benefit theme for mascara, Oh, you guys know how much I've loved this. This is the They're Real mascara. There's not really much that needs to be said about this. I buy this all the time. This is, I don't even know how many pots of this I've gone through. Some of you guys it's kind of like hit and miss. Some of you guys love it, some of you don't. Some people say it dries up quite quickly, but I found actually it's been okay. Unless you leave it in your drawer for like a year, then yeah, it's going to dry up. But for me, it's been really good. It just really plumps my lashes, leaves them feeling thicker and fuller and lovely, so that's gorgeous. But then as a cheaper alternative, this is by Too True, and it's their Wow mascara. I've got too many beauty products running through my head at the moment, and sorry, my hair keeps getting in the way, so sorry if I keep touching it. This is just in black, and it does a similar thing to the Benefit They're Real, but it's just a much cheaper alternative. The only thing that I would say with this is that sometimes you can get it underneath your eyes a little bit, so maybe kind of just be a little bit careful of that. But other than that, it's an amazing mascara, and for like £2 it is insane. It's so good. Okay, then last 4 products. Oh, so moving on to some brows. Let's do brows. Who doesn't love a good brow? So to make life really simple, this is by Benefit, and I've been obsessed with this year. This is their Gimme Brow, and it's just so easy to use. It's basically like a little kind of comb, and it's like a little tiny brush, and it's basically a foolproof way of doing your eyebrows. And you just kind of draw it onto your eyebrows, and it kind of combs them as you go. So it's just beautiful, and that's a really nice colour in brown, so it's not too dark or too heavy. It's just lovely. But then as a cheaper alternative, this is another one that I've been loving, and this is by Collection, and you basically, this is called the Work the Colour Brow Kit, and in here you basically get a brow gel, and then you also get a brush which you can then add on either colour. So this is obviously if you're very fair, this is like if you're medium, and this is if you're very dark like myself. I've got very dark hair, so I do tend to use this one. Obviously that might look a bit ridiculous, but you can also kind of mix the two together, and I just really like it because I think it's just for the price that it is, it's just an amazing palette. And again, it's really foolproof because it's got the kind of gel comb on as well, and it just makes life really simple, so I absolutely love it. And then the final things I'm going to talk to you about are my lipsticks. Now, I am very bold with my lipsticks, other than today. I'm actually going really nude today, which is a change for me. But this is these are a couple of colours that I've just been absolutely obsessed with this year. So because we'll start with this one because it's this time of year. I'm really into plums and that sort of stuff, you know, in the winter, and have been in the autumn winter. Plums have been huge. This is by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is their Glastonbury lipstick, and it's just, as you can see, like a super dark plum colour. It's really matte and lovely, so you can just wear it on its own. You can power it up by putting a lip liner underneath if you want it to be even more intense, and you can put a gloss over the top, but equally you can just build it up on its own and have it as a really nice matte lipstick. It's gorgeous, and its staying power is insane. And then finally, my last one, which I've been loving, is by Chanel, and this is their Rouge Allure range, and this is number 104, and it's in Passion, and this is a real like amazing red colour. So if you want a seriously good red that's not going to look like orangey or annoying or like coral, this is just perfect. It's like a letterbox red, and I'm obsessed with it. Staying power, again, absolutely incredible. I've had this for months, and it's just not even gone anywhere near down, so it's absolutely amazing, and I love it. And that is everything. That is my 2014 favourites, which is really scary to think that all of this has happened in a year, and what will I be loving next year? Well, this year even. But I really hope you guys loved it. If you've got any products that you think, oh my gosh, I absolutely loved during 2014, drop me a comment below and let me know, because I love to hear from you guys. I understand this has probably been the longest video in the whole freaking world, so I'm going to leave now before you get absolutely bored and you're like... So please remember to give this video a massive thumbs up for me. Of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already, and I will see you guys in a few days' time in my next video. Bye! Mum also got me a really random present. She was like, every household should not be without Christmas toilet paper. So she got me one roll of Christmas toilet paper, which I absolutely love, but it's just very random.